to pick up, I mean, XN, they just need to wipe one team.
Yeah.
They can go out south of 18th place, but as long as they win that initial 3v3, they're on match point.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, with NRG that far ahead, 80 points, they have probably locked second in the bag.
Yeah.
At least 6 figures about to be transferred into their bank account here.
I mean, you know, for all of the success that they have outside of competing as well on stream, maybe don't even need it that much, but hey, they'll take it, I'm sure. And of course, it will be very, very worthy, but they don't want second. I don't think they'll be happy with that. The money's one thing, Glitter, but they want to hoist the trophy.
I'm glad you said that because we've mentioned it a few times over the weekend. There are only 2 teams that can claim the title of the championship here at LAN so far in this game. And NRG has come so close so many times. You don't always want to be the bridesmaid and never
Yes,
the bride.
and to be so close in terms of I have the opportunity, I have the opportunity,
Yes.
I have the opportunity. How does that start to play
oh my
mental?
God.
How many times can you go and almost make it happen and then not see it done? This is a crucial game for all the teams on match point, and you know the players have to step up to make it happen. So if you're seeing a player make some incredible plays, if you're noticing that these 3 teams have had a standout start to you, you can vote for our ALGS MVP powered by Monster Energy. Use the hashtag and then the player's name right behind it on Twitter or on Twitch. Let us know who you think is going to be the Monster MVP for today. Also, we always take time to celebrate the common elements of the game that makes Apex so special and so difficult to master but easy to pick up, which is why for our segment here, we're going to take a look at WD Black's What's in Your Pack. Today, I want to talk about the Golden Knockdown Shield Tiff. It has played a role in not only today, but a big part of Apex games in general.
Yeah, it's been one of the most critically valued items. You can see your Revive squad mates with bonus shields and health, but there's a lot of different scenarios that we have gotten to witness it in so far here at the Split 1 playoffs. One of my favorites right here, NRG. This was the circle we were talking about because we thought we were going to get a recreation of it here in this series. The fact is they were able to utilize the bracelet on the Loba, go back and forth and shoot the reses, but one of my favorite moments, Glitter, it was one we were casting up there the other day. Yeah. It was going to be Gio Gombre. The fact, the way they utilized that, it was to the most impeccable thing.
Yeah, this is it right here. Newcastle at the moment is passive retrieve the wounded. It gives you 750 damage. That is actually a lot. You need a full team focusing that down to punch through that knockdown shield, and with the ability to move your teammates around while you are reviving them, it makes it incredibly impactful on top of the fact that you get that extra health and shield back when rezzed.
Really smart play there. Dropped the shield, gave it to his teammate at low health, knowing he was going down, so that he could pick him up without having to use a medkit, shield batteries, Glitter. Those are just the intricacies that make pro play so fun.
That's why we're at the level that we are at here, and I'm glad that you caught that while we were casting too, because it was literally a split second. There was barely enough time to drop that shield, and it changed their entire outcome of that game for them.
Well, big shout outs to WD Black. That's been What's in Your Pack. What do you have to say? I mean, those watching at home, are you hype? Are you ready? Those in the crowd, you guys hype? Are you ready to see somebody win this thing? You know, this is one of those moments that it just starts to build, because now we're having Game 7 approaching. Will we get a win? We've got some predictions, but somebody's going to have to not get given this opportunity. They will have to take it. Coming up next, Game 8 here in London to see if we get a winner or if we go one more time.
Oh.
Welcome back, Copperbox Arena, to ALGS Playoff Match Point Finals. Fallout here alongside Vicky Katie. We got one more game. We got a game number 7 with 3 teams at match point. It's Ascend Club representing Portugal and Poland. It's TSM and NRG. Scripted. You would really think it's scripted. That's how good this final has been. Are you kidding me?
This is crazy. I mean, Ascend is one of the most consistent teams, if not the most consistent team in EMEA, and they are looking to represent, showing some love to the crowd, showing some love to EMEA, the scene that has been able to rally up behind them, the first team from EMEA to make it here on match point.
That's right. Apex Twitter is losing their mind. I saw tweets from Monsoon, Vaxlon, everybody can't believe what we have here. On the far right of your screen is Nathan. The only of 2 players to unlock 1,000 kills in all-time ALGS history this weekend. Huge, huge accomplishment for Nathan as we take a look at Ascend.
Love it here. We get to see the Ascend family on screen. Look at this. Gotta say hello. The Kashera fam, absolutely love the support. Very touching story from Kashera, his pops, rallying up behind them. I love feeling the crowd energy here for our players. Talking about us making the transition though onto Storm Point, this is incredibly important. Ascend's composition allows them to bunker down like they do. They're very good at predicting where the zones are going to be pulling, and that is always their priority. Now that we're making the transition to Storm Point, as you guys can see right now, game number 7, Ascend, one of the teams alongside Dark Zero, GO, and Xset to take 2 wins on this map in this entire weekend.
That's an important stat line, Vicky. So once again, Ascend has been dominant on Storm Point. So a really, really important story going into this last and final game. They're dropping uncontested with an opportunity to go huge here and win another game because they've been so consistent on this map. Can Ascend do it for EMEA and become a champion, much like they were in the Winter Circuit years ago? Once again, all of Portugal is watching, the entire Portuguese esports community. Right now, the backs of these 2, Kashera and Postkill.
It's so crazy for them to have been able to secure that W on World's Edge. Speaks volumes, because let's not forget what happened at the very beginning of the day today. When we did start on World's Edge, Ascend ended their run at 15th with no KP. The second game on World's Edge, 18th as a placement, 1 KP. Then when we make the transition into Storm Point, where they're the strongest, they got 18th with no KP, and then following that, 4th with 8 KP to their name. After getting that dub and 11 KP on World's Edge, they're gonna just carry that momentum now into their best map. I'm so excited. Again, this script writes itself.
Can you imagine our first European LAN championship since Sweden of last year? And in about 8 to 10 months, first with a live audience, is what I meant to say. And Ascend comes in as a European team and just steals the tournament win right under the nose of TSM and NRG, steals the opportunity for Sweet to win his first championship. That would be unbelievable. If we take a look at the overhead map and show you, Dark Zero dropping in Mill. Ascend drops right outside of Mill, just southeast. So DZ potentially on a rotation. They like to play early rotate. They don't like to fight, so it's unlikely, but could potentially take out Ascend. I mean, they know Ascend is dropping there. Do you think teams will start getting a little bit more strategic? We know Dark Zero was doing it yesterday. They were inting on purpose.
We could see, I mean, remember Fun also with their quick rotation on the gravity cannon to try to cut off the guard when this is a team that also likes to quickly rotate. And as we can see where the circle is going to be taking us, Ascend looting exactly what you're talking about. Their POI, north of Cenote Caves, they're going to be able to get that information. But the one thing that they're missing, they don't have beacon information in that building off to the right of Postkill. Kashera is trying to get into position to maybe try to scan a beacon. If there is a beacon close to the mill, as you can see, Dark Zero is going to be looting that POI.
That's right. Keep in mind, if you run crypto, so they'll have a chance to scan on rotate. Kashera now just clearing out some prowlers and rotating through here. ESA nearby, just south. This is kind of what we're seeing right now. Lay of the land. Take a look at the circle where it's going to be pulling. It's just going to be over down to Gale Station. LG rotates here. This could be an opportunity for Luminosity in 15th place to try and make a comeback. SSG, favorable zone for them as well with Replicator.
Let's talk about where this circle could be taking us, Fallout. Let's break it down as we see Luminosity already in Gale Station, and they have the beacon. We've seen this circle plenty of times before, usually landing on one of the buildings of Gale Station. If not the buildings, then to the north of the buildings, where there's a lot of open space, minus that slight little high ground that you see on the choke point between Launchpad and Fish Farms. So Luminosity now going to be playing by the edge. Ascend in already some trouble. Kashera did manage to get the scan on the beacon close to Dark Zero, and Dark Zero are not going to let them go.
And this is exactly what we highlighted. Dark Zero likes to be strategic. Fun, our PvP is one of the best coaches, and Ascend's going to say, don't you dare! Sit down, Dark Zero! I'm the king of the mountain!
The trade for trade, though. Zero getting the knock at the Kashira, sliding through. Not in the way that you want in your DMs. Dark Zero is the first squad to get eliminated. Gotta ego it real quick here. Lufka feeling himself when he was literally one.
And I'm so curious to get the thoughts of DZ there on why. I mean, did they decide to push and try and grief Ascend to take matters into their own hands? Or did Ascend hide and rat? We didn't really catch the fight early on. And the sigh of relief from their coach. But in my eyes, Dark Zero, you need 9 points. You gotta trust the system, trust the process that other teams will take out Ascend in late game and just rotate, play for placement, much like we saw XZ do last game and others.
The thing is here, Follow, is that they heard the drone from Kashira scan the beacon off to the right building of Mill. So they already know where Ascend land. Yeah, they already know where Ascend is in the standings. The fact that they're at match point allowed Dark Zero to be like, okay, well, you know what? Let's just try to different them. Yeah. And the thing is, Ascend also have amazing shields to work with in terms of loot. Lufka having the gold diva.
Yeah, I respect the confidence, but sometimes confidence isn't the only answer. A little bit too strategic, too thoughtful for DZ. If that was the case, that was intentional. Again, we're interested to get their thoughts. But yeah, you're right. I mean, every team knows where every team lands. They knew that Ascend was dropping there. They've played on Storm Point already, and it's well aware. You know, public knowledge. Sven Apex, big shot to Sven. Drops all the map info before, so of course they knew that they were there. They rotated through. They tried catching them off guard, but they got punished. And I disagree with that. If it's game 10 and there's 7 teams on match point, and there's a likely chance that the game ends, then yeah. And you're in 18th place, then yeah. But if you're right there close to match point, no reason. Don't want to harp on it though by any means. Kudos to Ascend for winning that 3v3. Lufka went huge.
And also wasting no time to make this rotation.
All 3 kills for Lufka, by the way. Look at the top.
Absolutely,
right.
No, he went crazy. You saw him go for the slide from the rock. He was able to clean up the rest of Dark Zero, feeling himself, and that's the confidence that we like to see, especially from a team sitting at match point. They're also going to be able to not only quickly rotate with the Trident, but they're the only team underneath the beacon building. The beacon in where this next circle is going to be pulling. We know that the congestion spot has already probably been Gale Station, leaving out of Fish Farms, LG, or lands there. They had the beacon there. They already had that information. It's beautiful here. Onyx is probably going to join in on the fray too. Space Station usually lands
TSM match point 我都係啦。
in that choke point north of Launchpad, they'll also be the team that is going to inevitably meet themselves with the other teams that have the high ground by the choke point leading into Gale Station.
Yeah. Good breakdown, good analysis there. As you jump on board to TSM, and just a heads up for everyone in terms of what's in the replicator, in case you weren't aware right now on rotation, is the purple scope, purple sniper scope, purple extended sniper mag. So a sniper heavy meta, which is why we're seeing so much sniper play. A lot of longbow, but Hell says, nah, just give me an R301, I'm good.
I just can't wait for the weekly rotation to also change in a bit. I don't know if it's happened just yet, or we're going to get it soon here, but that mobile respawn beacon is in the replicator. What does it mean, though, when the mobile respawn ends up being on the ground? That's what I'm excited for if we keep going through the series here, as Fnatic are also going to start making their rotation on the Trident.
NRG, you saw them doing the armory.
Oh.
On the rotation for Checkpoint ESA in 11th place. They started strong in this tournament. They won a game on Storm Point, slowed down ever since. TSM hits a Valkyrie. This could be a crucial one. Where will they place?
They're really close. They got second, but they got 8KP to their name right there too, as TSM with the Skyward Diver coming in from the north side.
That's right. You know, Verholst and his Valkyries over the years have been improving. Hal, of course, very critical of those Valkyries, but Verholst right now navigating the skies very clearly. The captain, the pilot of this team right now. Verholst going to slow play this rotate, and they're going to land Oob, or out of bounds, and then rotate through, and it looks like it's clean. TSM, safe rotation into the next zone. That's big.
I like this. They love this building. When they make these rotates to these southern zones, especially when Antenna's in that next circle, they love this. But looking at the fight from Ascend, they get beamed by a charge rifle, but they get the knock immediately with the Havoc.
Yeah, and Ascend used to, keep in mind, they used to run Newcastle and Watson, all pro league, right? We know how comfortable they are with that team comp, but that means they also know how to beat that team comp. Lufka is playing so unreal. He's brand new to this roster. They're playing unbelievable. Let's jump into a listen-in with Ascend.
呢58分喎。
You're alone, Lufka. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, you ignore them? Yeah. No, she's moving there. Can we loot a bit? Yeah, you can. I cracked the other team. Nice job, Lufka. Did you got 2 kills or what?
I killed only one.
We got 2 kills.
I'm swapping weapons.
You killed I'm getting destroyed by another team. Yeah, on height.
Accelerate their post.
Okay, I'm gonna take it, dropping a bot. Nice job. I'm gonna take the beacon. We have 3 teams close. I don't know if there's another team in Chief Hall, boys. I don't think so though. The Valk is on the top, on the roof. You have to go closer and push her?
Yeah.
Can.
There you hear from Kashera, IGL, this team, navigating the team so well, and that's why they're so good. Continuously slept on from a global perspective. Everyone talks about TSM, everyone talks about NRG, but Ascend came into this tournament as a favorite. And if you ignored that, if you denied that, then you're insane. They've been playing so good in a very stacked and a region with a lot of depth in EMEA for a long time. They won the Winter Circuit playoffs with VJ a while ago, and since picking up Lufka, they've been great.
I love the way that Kashira talks to Lufka too. It's almost like he's pulling him back like a Pokemon, just returning to his Pokeball out here.
Duo, right?
It's actually insane. And NRG, as we tune in, they're getting shot at earlier, and they're going to be able to hang out by the gate, try to see which of the squads want to rotate outside of Jurassic Park, as ESA are going to be sharing some of this low ground with Fnatic.
Yeah, same way you keep me in check sometimes. I get a little wild with this sometimes. Like, things got me, you know.
There's Fallout moments.
A lot of love for my girl Vicky. Thanks so much, everybody in chat, for all the energy, everyone in the crowd, for all the energy and support throughout the weekend. Gosh, this has been so entertaining, so much fun to watch. The growth of Apex as a pure form of entertainment in esports is unbelievable. Fnatic here from Japan, a global affair. Can APAC North represent right now the best chance? Well, it's Ganbarea Tucson from Korea in 10th.
Where we going? Where we going? Nowhere. I had to juke you real quick. Got to keep you in check. And they were like, oh no, wait. Miscommunication real quick out here. As Fnatic is like, okay, we made it exactly crossing the open field into the line of sight of where we originally saw Ascend. Fnatic is doing this because they want to get the beacon that's right on top of this building. They got the Bangalore smokes to allow Yuka or Matutasha, as Matutasha is going to take the high ground, to get that next set of information.
You know, we've all been there in ranked with our friend. Hey, get out of the front seat. I'm driving. You know, we've all been there in ranked, kind of goofy. You didn't think at the pro level that would happen as well.
I would never let you drive a Trident.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know how good of a driver I am of a Trident? Just wait. I navigate the seas, the lands very, very well with the Trident on hand. Jumping over to Phonyhead and ESA. 18 squads left. Once again, a stacked endgame circle. Phonyhead currently in a great position here on edge. Not in the next zone, but certainly well positioned with Fnatic down sights.
Geo also getting a knock in the feed here as ESA are holding onto this high ground. This is fantastic for ESA because they saw the opportunity to come right back up here. They're going to be able to also pressure out the team that we just saw Fnatic just rotate on top of those buildings. And with the beacon being right there and ESA not having a crypto, they don't really have the free opportunity to get that beacon scan. They may get pressured out by the spots to the right, but if they're busy fighting another team, then they want to try to take advantage of this opportunity.
ESA knows how to fight, likes to fight. Cody on controller. Luda, the Canadian, representing Canada. Sentinels ain't here. Here comes the push, Phonyhead. The IGL from Texas, he turns, he's gonna be, but Phony goes down. Yuka goes down as well. Meltstera gonna melt. And just like that, it's all up to Cody. I believe the last alive, no, he's knocked, he's dead.
He's gone, he's out of here. ESA now, Fnatic gonna be able to come out on top. They're gonna be able to get the shields up on top of that too. And it's only up to Luda from ESA, who survived with 1 HP from the outside of the Cyril.
By the hair on his chin, will Luda escape? But ESA tries to ape, not able to do so. And you know, Vex Gaming tried something interesting. They tried playing Catalyst for that reason, to be able to push buildings with confidence, take over doors. It didn't work for Vex, obviously. They didn't make it past the elimination back around 1. As we now have Phonyhead gonna get taken out, and it's all up to Luda last alive. We can take a look at the overhead map though and show you exactly how things are gonna end. Ganbarea Tucson, the top APAC North team taken out. Fnatic trying to take that spot. But let's look at the overhead map or the side-by-side map if we can. Take a look. Ascend is in the next zone, and they're deep south, with the potential to get a Trident, which we've seen teams do before. Use the Trident deep in the waters while everyone else fights, and it's no man's land between them. Will Ascend play that way is the interesting thing. Luda finally gets taken out here with a easy little pick from Yuka. Nice shots, though.
What was great is that it just looked like the whole lobby wanted to light him up. Nobody is safe out here. He tried to take to the skies, and it was basically out here for everybody to shoot at. Team Singularity now just trying to get away. Creeper Barrage being called in by them. But this is the other team coming in. It's NRG now getting involved right here. Remember, this is where we also saw TSM originally rotate. They're probably still within the vicinity after they took that skyward dive from Verholst. They're finishing up some of the members of Singularity here before NRG trying to call off to reposition if they want to disengage.
And I love how NRG's playing this. Shout out to Sweet. He's probably saying, let's just keep playing our game. Don't change anything up. Don't get nervous. He's been here before, and a lot of people have criticized him. Does he show up on land? Does he get nervous? Can he IGL the top tier? Yes, he can, and he's showing why right now. Leading his team with such great success and such decisiveness is Sweet. They're still playing for kills. They got a few there. TSM's gonna join in. They're playing aggressive, and they're trying to maintain that lead. 82 points right now above Ascend with 59. Keep in mind, that's another micro storyline here. Yeah, match point's important, but you gotta rack up points if you want second place, which is a big chunk of the $1 million prize pool.
And that's exactly what Rainday was saying here too. You want to be able to pocket some of that money out here, even if you don't manage to win a game after reaching match point. And NRG are leading the way with huge points currently. as it's DF on the other side inside of these buildings.
Quick update. X at 2 points for match point. Alliance 5.
哇！又你改咗名定係有 account 啊？咁多 account 嘅，我都都唔明點解大家成日都有咁多 account。
See that player on the high ground taking the gravity
純
lift
粹
right
改
now.
咗名啫係
They're
嘛？
trying to find an engagement.
Let's jump into a listening with NRG and hear exactly how Sweet's making the calls.
75. I have to bat. Watch out, grenades. Watch out, Guild. 130 on Bloodhound. They're inside. Okay. They're inside. I'm smoking the doors. Yeah. Front tail. Can we get angles from the far side? I'm trying. I'm gonna get swung here. They're shooting up. I hit one. Help Guild. I'm batting on the door. Are they on roof? Yeah, they're all on roof. I'm needing it. 30 on one. I'm med kitting. 80 on one. Flat behind them, kill them all. I will once I med kit. I'm 1 HP. I need a bat. Pulling on me. 800 on this guy. Yo, you gotta do something. Blood out front. The guy's dead. Blood. Blood. Bangalore's low. Knocked one. It's 1v1, Guildy. He's very low. He's so one, man. You gotta just keep chasing. Why can't I talk? Nice. And then run forward in Falco. Run to the other way in Falco.
爭少少啫。
Gilder sends the clutchest 1v1 player, and APEX shows it. Obviously, his opponent was weak, but that was a 1v2. He got the first knock and flake. And Sweet said, Guild, you got to do something. And Guild said, aye, matey.
So much happening as how was the last one alive for TSM? He gets eliminated as fights are breaking out everywhere. You also heard the calls from NRG. Guild, take to the skies, go. The circle is closing in. You have to find somewhere where you could go hang out by the edge. But so many other teams were so quick with the rotate. Now it's only up to Guild alone to survive once again.
Team fire,
man.
Alliance
He's
has
forced to
spotted
move forward because of the circle, but they lose out on Yuki. It's Moist to have on the side. Alliance clean up another one with a quick little heady onto Guild to eliminate NRG.
That's right. I sounded like Mario there with that screen. Please forgive me. But Alliance Hockey's with the headshot to close it out. Style points is really what that was. Alliance now with an opportunity at 47 points to get to match point, Vicky. We have one team left, and it's Ascend. And I previewed it earlier, but they have the potential to use the South Pole in their rotate to win.
Fnatic trying to push around the side of Ascend. They put down the Seer ult right now to get the information as the Rolling Thunder gets called in. Kashira maybe trying to find an opportunity to unleash the EMP to negate that Seer ult right now.
唔通真係 ACE 佢哋贏今日？冇特別中意。
Skill and Kashira, the duo. That's it. They take out Fnatic. Ascend is earning this. Ascend is playing out of their minds. They took out Dark Zero. They took out Fnatic, but here comes Xset.
Oh, and Xset knows that they're already weak. Thanks to the Zero right here too. Xset are going to be able to move in.
The most grueling Bangalore ult perhaps ever. As Ascend
哎呀，仲有機會。哇！真係 match point 呢個設計真係好好。哎呀 ，Asset 都 match point 啦下場。
Xset makes it. Can Nocturnal do it? So many people have disregarded him as an IGL over the last 3 years. Finally, over the last year, he earned his respect. But no one considers him the best. It's all Sweet Dreams. It's all Imperial Hal. Nocturnal has been performing for so long and has an opportunity here. In this next game to close it out, they hit 51. They're at match point. Moist Esports at 48. Alliance at 48 as well.
While we take a look at Alliance right now, while they try to plan their next move, they're not in the next circle. Let's jump into a listening with Alliance.
Bro, you. Dead. You guys gotta run it. I'm dead to zone. Yeah, I'm dead to zone. Find a spot to play, Mandy. It's all you, probably.
哇，48。
You wrap the low ground, Mandy. Wrap the low ground. I'm coming. I'm still ulting for you. Thank you. Getting bottom, Mandy. On me. I'm needing stairs.
唔知喎。幾時1打3啊？
Oh, You hate to see it, the miscommunication between Mandy and Hockey's right there. As Hockey's wanted him to come bottom, they could have just basically turtled up and survived and eaten placement points and gotten to 50. But instead, Alliance Hockey's had to do it by himself as everyone else was fighting outside.
Hockey's still alive, but they're only 2 points away from being able to also be at match point. Space Station in a lot of trouble. Zenile trying to slide through. He gets the crack right now.
Does Hockey's know that SSG is so damaged right now? Hockey's is out. Is he eliminated? I think so. Here comes the push. It's going to be Fun 1, 2, 3. And they're going to take out Frex's SSG out. Fun, the Koreans. They feast.
Hockey's couldn't fully send in that moment because he knew that Fun was already inside the building after putting down that Seer ult. He had that information. Now playing on the lower end of the building. 6 squads left currently. Fun.
Hockey's, what?
Mandy's
Are you kidding
alive.
me?
Mandy is still alive. He crawled out of the building. He gets res by Hockey's. And Hockey's with the clutch res. They need 1 more kill to be
你話專花啊贏嗰日。
Hockey's and Mandy need 1 kill. Are you kidding me? Hockey's found a way to res Mandy. It's all up to Mandy.
It's all
up to Mandy.
Oh, they go down. They can't get it.
Wow.
E6 taking their position. As
49 points, Vicky.
It's so close, Fallout. There's so many other teams on that border. It is actually insane in this game 7.
還好。
Alliance 49, Moist Esports 49. That is unbelievable. But
我有少少印象嘅，但係又未去到話，未去到好 incredible 嘅感覺咯。
XSets right now looking to solidify their momentum after already hitting match point currently. It's only up to Sykes. That player is 1. He gets the knock. It's Fun over on the low ground. It was 1 here, 2.
哎呀，分都走。
4 squads left. ExoClan, E6, the guard, and Sykes getting the res.
The guard needs the 17th place of 26 family in the audience. Rambo, RKN, and Keon.
鋪批嘅世界係咯。
The monster, the beast, the basketball player.
因為尋血犬其實睇戰術嘅，因為尋血犬 nerf 得太勁啦。
The guard are going to be able to hold on to this high ground, hold on to the rock. They've created the fence line, and they have the height to look at these 2 squads rotate in. The only problem here is Fallout. In less than 45 seconds, that circle is going to close in behind them. They're going to have to move forward.
Let's jump into a listen with the guard. This is going to be insane. Let's jump in with RKN.
They don't know that. They might not. Just go AFK. Go AFK. Can I look down and shoot, you think, or no?
New gen behind us. New gen behind us.
Fighting under us. Fighting under us, maybe.
We can't.
哦，咁華心又係正常嘅，一定。
Everyone's gonna die except for us. Everyone's gonna die except for us.
特別係 Storm Point 就一定有華心，其實一定有啲隊用華心。就算 ALGS 都會用華心啊，因為華心可以擴大咗嗰個防守嗰個嘅版圖。 同埋戰術上，因為大家都一定有好多 grenade 嘛，所以就變咗你有華心係即係某程度上都好重要啦。戰術上，暗馬士梗係有啦，暗馬士就係黑華心，暗馬士就係攞嚟黑華心啊！暗馬士招大一嘢就可以清晒華心所有嘅網啊，所以。 有隊伍用華心就一定有隊伍用暗馬士㗎，係戰術嚟㗎嘛。如果所有人都用華心而冇人用暗馬士嘅話，就瀨嘢㗎啦，戰術上，所以唔會㗎。
Slayers, the gentle giant's been a staple on this roster since the beginning, since the 69 IQ days with his good teammate and friend Smegito. He's been
好緊要啊！暗馬士其實，同埋暗馬士有好好嘅嘅傷害啊嘛，招大你升甲好好啊攞嚟，同埋你有所有偵測型嘅鷹其實都一定會有啊。 唔係大翻過，係不嬲都冇少過。 就算 Overwatch 啱啱出嘅時候，嗰個熱潮其實都冇少過啊。
Welcome back to the desk. Rain Day, Glitter Explosion, Tiff, and Genome. That is the passion that will fuel you on. Amphi Slayers, K Swinney. Talk about Element 6 right now, having their moment.
哇 match point 真係好難。
Snuck that one in there at the end. We were watching that push, and Xset was wrapping around them, looking so strong. We need to see what happened from their side of things because that was a phenomenal save to close that one out.
And you know, Xset.
哇，究竟要打幾多場咧
Push. I thought actually they were in the driver's seat there, but Element 6 rotation to get the high ground proved really valuable in that fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely all about perspective, right? We saw that when we initially watched the 1v1 with Yuki and Hal. We saw it from Hal's POV, but Yuki was in control the whole time. So you have to think about that. When we run it back from Element 6 POV, it'll tell a completely different story. But I am not surprised that they just came out on top here, because let me just roll back the clock. ALGS Split 1 Pro League, match day number 1. Guess who comes out on top with the first match win of this year? It's Element 6. They had Slayers on Lifeline, and it was the coolest thing I had ever seen. And I reached out to K Swinney, and I was like, yo, dude, like, tell me how you're feeling, right? They brought on Amphi. He's like, yo, Amphi is so good, right? They put him on a Valkyrie.
Wow.
They taught him all the rotations, and they were like,
I'm
so excited to work with Amphi this year, and to see the team chemistry start paying off. We know the fans are happy. I enjoy it so much.
And they picked their spot in the crowd so well. They're like directly in front of where the Element 6 team is, right? So exactly, that energy from the crowd is just going directly into that team.
All right. Game number 7 was crazy. We're going to another one, but Genome, talk us through what happened to these match point teams here.
Yeah, so I was keeping my eyes squarely on the 3 teams on match point, Ascend, NRG, and TSM.
哇，今年嘅形勢同上2年好唔同。
Against Dark Zero, they won it, a bit of an early scare, but then they found a really good spot at the bottom of the zone. And as you see later on, unfortunately, they just got sent by Xset right at the wrong moment. They won that extra fight against Fnatic, but unfortunately,
match point 真係好難。
didn't quite have time to get the reset. NRG and TSM, they had slightly longer rotates coming up from checkpoint, from the wall, so they couldn't quite get into the zone. They were coming through antenna. Won a fight here, I think it was against, Dreamfire, but then unfortunately, as they continued into the zone, just couldn't quite make it, and that's definitely the story of some of these zones.
你攞幾多分都冇用啊，夠50分之後，要贏啫，而唔係要分啊。黐線真係好難。
On the other side of Shitfall, the moment we started seeing it pull more towards Gale Station, more towards Shitfall, I'm like, yo, Ascend can win this. They have won these, and Glitter was like, my stomach dropped. And we ran out here, and I was like, I need to see the reactions live, bro, because I thought they were going to take it.
Right.
It was just too much chaos for Ascend to handle. I mean, the zone might have been in their favor. The map is literally in their favor. This is something that could have completely gone their way, but no one was about to let that happen. Exit the guard, also phenomenal positioning up here. They were able to capitalize on Exo pushing out a little bit earlier than them, trying to wrap around that rock, but as soon as they started taking those shots, they knew they drew too much attention onto themselves, and that's when they started taking damage in return. They go down, opening up the door for Exit to continue their push, but it is E6. E6 wanted it more.
They really did, and you can maybe say that Keon bit off a little more than he could chew. That attention ended up dropping him early, and then they had to play as 2 as the guard and not a full team dropping. But it ultimately led to Element 6 making the move. You couldn't take it away from them. Nags, we had an interview with him. You talked to him just a little bit ago. And, you know, I also think that when you look at players who are in that controller zone, you look at Amphi, and you look at comparatively Zane who had performed, you've got to put them in the
夠分喎，E6 應該都。
We don't talk about them all enough.
冇用喎呢隻鷹打比賽嚟講。
Kills, that is massive. And of course, Xset dropping in with 16. Will that be enough to push them on to match point? We'll find out in a moment as we head over to our page 2. It was Fnatic leading the charge there. NRG, not a
太冇用啦呢隻鷹。
We already know they have a chance to win.
講真，就算普通打 NG 都冇乜用啦。同埋正常，你有得開咪傾清楚傾偈，其實某程度上。 冇用喎呢隻鷹，又冇移位技。埲牆又冇用。即係坦白講，用催化劑，我寧願用副食，我寧願用副食華心都唔用催化劑啦。講真。
The teams rotating in are just getting obliterated by everyone who's found their spot in the zone. But they
何況普披嘅比賽個戰術上面嘅運用就更加唔會用呢啲嘢，就好似幻象咁，唔關防唔防守事。即係鷹本身冇用，有咩防守作用咧？你諗下就要，即係如果以催化機嚟講。佢係冇任何防守作用。
I mean, that's a fun idea for the ALGS, but not this time around. We don't have enough time or budget for that. I do want to let you know, though, Tiff, you kind of had talked to us about that final circle, breaking that down. We have that on display. Let us know what you saw here in terms of how this whole fight played out.
Well, so unfortunately, I didn't really get to see it from Element 6's POV. We kind of checked in with the guard who's up on this rock, but the fact is,
哇，壓得咁好嘅，
we
黐
mentioned
孖
an
筋。
EXO had rotated out from underneath the guard so early that was allowing them to get shot in the back, but they had to jump down. And the moment they kind of send it on them, Slayer's just swinging back and forth. The way they're just approaching this from different angles. Like they just kind of swarmed, bro. It was like hunters swarming their prey like lions.
嗰啲用都冇啊！坦白講，催化講緊你打比賽喎，冇用㗎招大技。
They'd taken a fair bit of damage, but luckily the instant shield swaps just pretty much brought all of that back. So it was a very quick reset for Element 6.
你嘗試講下佢有咩用？嗰啲用，嗰啲係咩？
Not all teams employ that, but some do try to say, hey, that's E6 or that's Ascend, that's TSM, take them out. We know, we recognizing their legends. It's kind of too much now. I actually think we've hit that threshold. Any more teams, certainly. 2 teams are on 49 points. Several other teams are in the 40s, only 10 points away. Guess what? We are going to see if Game 8 ends it all or if we go again.
哇！會唔會玩到 Game 10啊？好恐怖啊！呢件事。
And Gaskin for the call.
We go again, everybody. We go again here in London. Match point is obviously what we're looking for now. So many teams starting to cross that 50-point threshold. We've got 4 there at the moment, Dan. The question is, will we end it right here, right now? Or maybe we'll just keep this thing rolling.
I have a feeling that we're going to end at World's Edge.
會打到英國嘅12點㗎。而家英國係。
Bar one, TSM statistics are far superior than all of the other 3 teams when it comes to Storm Point victories. So, if anyone's going to do it, I kind of have an inkling towards TSM, but there's just something about this lobby on set that makes me think we're going to keep going.
I get that feeling as well, but what a banger game!
防咩掃描啊？你冇睇過技嘅咩？作為你都係打 APEX 嘅人，你唔知道啲鷹嗰啲技嘅作用啊？要知晒㗎喎，其實點會有得防掃描啊？獅牙招大都防唔到。 你喺催化機招大隔離就咁掟獅牙招大，獅牙嗰個圓形裡面就已經可以睇晒啊！有咩用啊？你諗下，催化機招技梗係冇用啦，防掃描冇用。你要最諗下喎，普披嘅世界。 你大概100米到150米呢個距離，基本上2倍鏡壓槍都可以直接 lock down 你打成排㗎喎。你催化機嗰招大咁短，我只需要喺你嗰個你招大嗰個頭或者尾，就已經可以成排打晒落去啦。有咩用都冇用。講真。 何況又防唔到獅牙，又防唔到尋血犬， 甚至暗馬少招大衝過嚟，你舉完暗馬少招大，唔係應該話暗馬士架飛機都 search 到你啦，然後招大一炸落嚟，你有埲牆都要爆甲啦，有咩用啫？所以變咗催化機點解唔會有人用就係咁解，就算防掃面都冇用，就算你可以防掃描都冇用。所以我就係話，連嗰啲啲用都冇用咯，就係。
Two of our match point teams. TSM, depending on which area they try and rotate through, if they go north, they will avoid those other two, but they very easily.
我揀華心仲有用啦，至少啊，你掟個 grenade 啊過嚟啊，我唔中先啦，你諗下。即係如果要講防守嘅話。所以防守鷹喺普批嘅世界最有用，真係得華心。所以比賽就會好多人用華心咯。但係正常就咁打啊積分，係你用咩鷹都得啦。即係正常你打積分，你上鑽石、上大師、上頂獵妖，你用咩鷹都得啦。好求其啫嘛。即係我講緊對於普批嚟講，用咩鷹都得啦。Went wild yesterday with that play, and you can also see how much it means to him. Every time he's leading his troops into a victory or into a big position when they put up points, the smile on his face is infectious. Yeah, and doing it for the rest. 同埋你有啲鷹嗰啲技能，其實你可以 replace 啊嘛。咁如果可以 replace， 咁即係可以唔使揀咯。咁所以點解有啲鷹係好快？即係譬如幻象咁，你諗下普批世界幻象係個作用係零啊。零。就算喺鑽石，唔好話，就算喺某啲，就算高白金場啊，某程度上都零㗎啦，幻象嘅作用。因為鑽石嗰啲啊更加唔使講。講真，就算唔係普批啊，你都知道啊，點樣去破嗰啲鷹啦，啲鷹嘅優勢同埋弱勢啦，有幾難知啫。你只係冇普批咁準啫嘛，但係隻鷹嘅能力唔會變㗎嘛。你明唔明白？即係呢個就係打積分，即係唔好話積唔積分先，即係呢個就係你玩呢隻 game 嘅知識嘅分野啊嘛。即係好似腐蝕個獨冠咁樣，好啦，你中咗啦。咁點啊？通常金牌場嗰啲人咪走咯，好驚啊嘛！哎呀，中咗個獨冠啊，好驚啊，走啊！走咩啫？你打爆佢咪唔中咯，即刻！使乜走啫？即係你離開附近，我覺得 OK。但係驚好多人係驚到要走到老遠㗎嘛，我唔知走嚟做乜。你打爆佢咪得咯，係咪先？咁係咪簡單好多先？你知道呢啲咁基，呢啲嘢好基本啫嘛。咁個鷹嗰隻鷹嘅技能嘅長處同短處，喂，作為一隻有技能嘅槍 game， 即係有技能嘅槍 game， 你點會唔清楚個技能嘅槍 game？ 係咪先？即係而家唔係 Call of Duty 啊嘛，你 Call of Duty 嗰啲，你個人係冇技能噶嘛，咁啊真係考槍法咯，準唔準咯？但係呢 APEX 好玩嘅地方就係你有隻鷹嘅優勢啊嘛。咁但係同時間亦都知道隻鷹嘅劣勢啊嘛。即係點解 APEX 呢隻 game 移位技嘅鷹咁熱門啫？就係咁解咯。點解有啲鷹係 Manta 個個都會用？點解有啲鷹唔係 Manta 好少人會用？係有原因㗎嘛。
Let those in the vicinity know you are the big boys in the area. You're going to be the ones dealing the damage, and you're the ones you're going to have to avoid when you make your rotation.
哇 ！S 一定追住 TSM 打啦。
As well as Dark Zero. Remember, they were somewhat favourites coming into this event, being the back-to-back LAN winners. But they still have quite a bit to do when it comes to getting to match point. They are 9 points off. Very much achievable though.
即係好似出咗 Valkyrie 之後，點解每一隊都要有 Valkyrie 先？普遍都點解 Valkyrie 一出就變成主流先？係有原因㗎嘛？你有邊一隻鷹可以飛起，然之後飛地圖啊？係咪先？即係呢啲鷹嘅優勢，咁你咪即係所以咪變成 Manta 鷹咯。如果唔係惡靈 nerf 得咁勁，其實講真，以前惡靈都係 Manta 鷹㗎，不過 nerf 得太勁啫嘛，所以大家就唔再用惡靈啦咁樣。
Yeah, team right below us, team cannon spot, and that's still the team right above us.
以前惡靈好 OP 㗎，招世記。
I don't see anybody. He's sitting behind. Come back.
即係你要記住技術咧，即係雖然我哋唔係普批，但係我哋即係個技術上面唔係普批啫。知識上面係人就會知㗎啦嘛。好難㗎，其實已經好平衡㗎啦。APEX 已經係最平衡嘅一隻 game 㗎啦。即係如果對比埋 Overwatch 嘅話，即係 Overwatch 都冇 APEX 平衡得咁好其實。因為你要保留到隻鷹嘅特色啊嘛，你唔可以將所有鷹都變成比賽向㗎。其實如果你將啲鷹嘅技能嘅平衡全部變晒比賽向咧，就冇晒啲鷹嘅特色嘅。即係譬如點解好多人中意用幻象？因為幻象好玩咯。咁但係比賽係唔會有幻象出現。咁呢個就係隻鷹嘅特色咯。係啊。咁有啲鷹就係你休閒玩好好玩嘅幻象其實。咁一定係咁噶啦，但係亦都有啲人用嗰啲角色用到好出神入化噶，呢個亦都係事實喎。你有冇睇過全球最 top 用幻象嗰條友啊？如果你冇睇過，就請喺 YouTube 自己睇下，你就會發現原來普通人用幻象，同一個玩咗超過2-3千場幻象嘅頂獵，你就會知道唔計槍法啦，淨係點樣玩好嗰隻鷹，你就會見到有分別。你知幻象可以玩到幾屈啊！特別你睇翻未大改之前嘅幻象喎，舊版幻象，你睇翻 Season 3、Season 4、Season 5呢啲時候嘅幻象。你睇下嗰陣時嗰啲鋪批點樣玩幻象，你就知道。咁當然啦，鋪批玩幻象玩得出色，喺比賽都係唔會見到嘅。但係你會見到點樣去玩好隻鷹咯。係啊，你完全估唔到原來可以咁玩嘅幻象。呢個就係嗰隻鷹嘅特色同好玩嘅地方。譬如你全球最 top。最基本上全球最 top 嘅新院都係㗎，你都可以睇下，好出名㗎。佢都係頂獵咯，佢唔係蒲批，但係佢係頂獵咯。你睇下佢點樣玩新院你就明。每一隻鷹都有一個甚至3-4個頂獵玩到出神入化㗎。玩到神級啊！話俾你聽，你自己上 YouTube 睇下好多啊！真係。 被譽為深淵嘅神啊！即係深淵好多人用啦，基本上，但係玩到神級嘅都真係冇乜邊個。華森個電網未大改之前，你知唔知啲人玩到蜘蛛網咁啊？而家嘅華森啲人放網嗰個技巧都係參考翻以前玩華森玩到超勁嗰班人，點樣放蜘蛛網，點樣放個網放得好，即係鬼唔知話封道門啊華森咁樣，係嘅，即係一啲好基本嘅大家都知嘅。但係你要玩到華森玩到好出色，其實都有技巧。呢啲就係細節啦。呢啲細節就係唔係淨係講緊槍法嘅，槍法就多句啦，槍法練就有㗎啦，你肯練。即係究竟你花幾多時間練嘅啫？鋪批稱得上鋪批嘅原因係因為，喂大佬啊，人哋好似返工咁樣㗎，練 APEX， 你一日俾你打8個鐘？可能你覺得哇好爽啊，淨係打機好開心啊！你試下365日每日都練8個鐘啊，你就覺得唔好玩㗎啦，可能。因為你係練習啊嘛，唔係玩啊嘛，你真係練喎。你對住個靶場咁樣玩4個鐘啊，你試下，你諗下你冇得出去任何入嚟打，即係唔俾你入嚟打。你每日一定有4個鐘頭淨係喺靶場喪練，你諗下，鋪批都稱得上鋪批都真係好 respect 㗎，真係付出比正常玩家付出好多好多。所以佢哋勁係正常。但係，即係呢隻就係 APEX 點解可以咁出名同埋咁多人玩嘅原因，就係因為每一隻角色都有特色。但係近期出嗰啲某啲係冇嘅，真係。即係譬如催化機嚟講，某程度上係真係冇特色嘅，即係冇用啊隻鷹。就算你打 NG 場都冇用啊！最慘就係咁。即係我覺得我玩幻象，即係如果我純粹喺 NG 啊，我玩幻象仲好啦，點會玩催化機啫？玩幻象幾開心啊，得閒呃下啲傻仔。係啊，我見到啊，但係唔得咯，但係唔靚啊，但係 NRG 個位，就算食咗都冇用啊，唔靚。冇辦法，要搶位就係咁。所以 TSM 個位先好咯。你睇 TSM 同 ASEC 個位一組，仲要講緊佢哋唔需要殺喎。其實 match point 就係等食花生啫嘛。冇可能冇練過上頂獵㗎，唔好咁傻啦，唔好咁傻啦，唔好問啲咁傻嘅問題啦。係冇可能有人做到㗎呢件事。即係你呢個問題就等於有冇人從來未射過波，但係可以打得勁過 Michael Jordan 咧？或者有冇人從來冇練過籃球，但係可以勁過 Curry？ 冇可能㗎！你身體所有肌肉都係要訓練㗎。就算你明唔明白？你隻眼嘅反應，你眼同腦袋同手嘅反應係要練先至有㗎。如果個個都唔使練嘅，一出世你就跑到 你短跑就可以破奧運紀錄啦，唔使練㗎，唔使練都可以破奧運紀錄㗎。冇可能㗎，因為你個身體就係要訓練先有。呢個係現實嚟嘅。冇人係唔需要練。我唔知喎，答唔到呢啲咁假設性嘅問題。咁假設性嘅問題答唔到。可唔可以打好啲啊 ？TSM 係啊，可唔可以打好啲啊 ？TSM 嬲咗真係。To take the top of this building, but in 3 seconds, everyone's got to go. Everyone's got to go east. And remember, Ascend is still there in that zone. 已經冇 NRG 啦 ，S 又已經少咗一隊啦。Important thing here for TSM is they cleared this side. You can see Fnatic down on the low ground. 可唔可以打好啲啊？我頂你。From the ashes have 3 players back on their feet and a wonderful position now with this zone. So many times in regular season we've seen Ascend win. 你諗下要逼到 Hell 都用 Charge Rifle， 黐乸線。But now TSM they're making their move. This is a ballsy play from TSM. They want to try and take the height. They want to try and force. Hell 真係好少會喺比賽用追。你要逼到 Hell 用，你要逼到 Hell 都用 Charge Rifle 咧啦 ，so disgusting。贏咗佢啦 ，TSM 好唔好啊？贏埋 Seno 啦，好唔好啊？We're left with an Ascend, but we've still got 6 other squads who can win this game. TSM just frying. 求下你啊，完咗佢啦呢個比賽。You have Ascend players going down now. The Valkyrie ultimate, the Skyward dive, has been a flip of the coin sometimes for TSM. On match point. On the biggest stage of them all, will they find somewhere to play? The answer is yes. They find a spot and now they're griefing. They want to take the prime position here. They know. 係啦，好似癲狗咁樣衝過去殺晒班契弟啦！攞埋呢個靚位啊，大佬好唔好啊？衝得過去就攞埋個位佢啦。咪係咯，頂你個肺真係嬲咗。Ascend are still alive on that northwest side as we still have 7 squads remain. 其實佢哋係有呢個能力打到咁嘅。TSM 本身嗱真係坦白講，如果假設大家都係巔峰。其實 TSM 係最強嘅，真係。TSM 真係 APEX 呢隻遊戲最強嘅。Hell 嘅技術係 the best in the world 啊！我想講真係真正。如果即係純粹大家有時好海鮮打得，講技術真係。冇可能有人好過 Hell， 我暫時冇見到人好過 Hell。Hell 真係黐線啊，勁到技術，唔係隻技術反應。嗱 ，match point 兩隊 match point， 邊隊贏就完啦！呢個比賽 ，TSM 我贏咗佢啊，唔該。兩隊都 match point 啊！唔該，我贏咗佢啊 ！TSM 咋？哇！求下你啊！
just another team on match point. Whoever wins here.
哇，好睇啊呢個 file。
Post kill, trying to take an angle, trying to get an area where he can put down suppressing fire to allow
係啊，又係啊，啱啊，又係啊。嗱，真係鬥邊個少失誤㗎咋，真係而家。嗱，有人 push 啊，有人 push 啊。嗱，個位靚唔靚？嗱，打啊打啊！一隻兩隻搞掂，同我贏咗 ！Yes！ TSM is the best in the world 啊！早就應該打到咁啦，頂你個肺真係 ！You 成日都喺小組賽度 hea 打，成日都係咁啲戰術。講技術冇可能輸啊！真係。冇一隊啊，冇任何一隊啊，正路嚟講冇任何一隊係夠 TSM 打。咁但係當然大家知道 APEX 係一隻節奏快，然之後可以 third party、4 party、5 party、6 party 嘅遊戲啊。咁所以係就算你幾有技術，你都可以好早輸。但係如果真係純講槍嘅技術，真係冇人能夠好得過 Hell， 真係冇人好過 Hell。講真，即係你諗下即係我有大部分嘅鋪批，無論去到歐洲、亞洲、頂獵好出名嘅全部，我都有留意，我都有睇，仲要唔係一個短嘅時間，冇人好得過 Hell。黐孖筋，真係！你諗下，琴日你諗下 Day 2對 Yuki 你就已經知啊！黐孖筋 Yuki 都好勁啊！講真，即係以鋪批單人嚟講技術 Yuki 都好犀利啊！其實，但係對住 Hell 都仲差一個 level， 黐線。真係太勁啦 ！Hell 真係，佢只係唔係一個好似 Sweet 咁樣，係一個好嘅 caller 咯。係，但係佢係一個最強嘅將軍咯。Hell 係呂布咁，根本 Hell 就係根本 Hell 嘅能力就好似呂布咁。等於你玩三國故事呂布咁萬人磨地咁，就最強技術、最強黐線佬嗰個就係 Hell。咁當然你話準嘅，純粹講啦，槍法好準，壓槍超勁，勁完美嘅，咁係有人好過 Hell 嘅，譬如 Hiswason 好過 Hell， 張巴頓同 Hell 真係差唔多，係啊，各有好。Hiswason 如果要講嘅話，槍法上嘅技術好過 Hell 添某啲位。但係咁你 APEX 又真係唔係淨係講槍法，所以變咗 overall 整體能力技術真係得 Hell。Sorry APEX 真係得 Hell。真係。哇！豪仔即刻同我講，係啊 ，Yes TSM 啊，能夠見證呢一刻，我都講一次見證呢一刻。
to lift the trophy, and you just saw it on there. That's what it's for. That trophy, to be able to lift it above your heads, it means everything to these players.
And leading up to this event, the amount of times I heard, well, TSM have to win this to prove they're the best in the world, to prove they're worthy of all the praise that they get online and throughout their talent recognition as well. And they have done just that. They've proved the doubters wrong, but at the same time, I think for themselves,
其實 Even 本身都好勁。
that is going to do wonders for them the rest of the season. But they now set the benchmark. This is what
嗰個喺現場就好啦。shit， 點解我要喺香港？點解我唔係喺英國？ shit， 點解我唔喺現場啊？啱出嚟，啱出嚟。好啦，為咗慶祝 TSM 贏，又係時候要喺 TSM 嘅 store 度買嘢。有，我之前咪買一件 T 嘅，我買一件 T 買咗張地氈噶嘛，係時候要買下其他嘢，但係我會打等嘅，我睇下佢會唔會再出一啲新嘢。係啊，超熱血啊真係超熱，我都即係我冇睇前面啊嘛，因為我未趕得切，未收工。坦白講。我真係唔知佢哋今日會打成點啊！到我翻到嚟，其實已經係 Game 6啦，即係啱啱完 Game 5，準備 Game 6。哇！我見到佢哋已經冇贏過冠軍啊嘛，佢哋即係佢哋冇任何一場贏啊嘛，但係佢哋已經有 match point 咯。TSM 有型啊！係你啦，係你哋啦，係你哋啦 ！TSM 有型啊，有型，係你哋啦，係你哋，試下先，有型，真係有型，有型，係啊，係你哋，試下先先 ，best
Fellas, it's been a long time coming. Hal, I can see the smile on your face.
係啊，啱啊。
After all you have heard online, all the time you guys have put in, all the adjustments you've made.
佢其實一打完asset， 然之後落去抽下 Fnatic 水，嗰度然之後即刻選擇飛走。落嗰個位，其實我就覺得已經贏咗個位㗎啦，嗰個位已經好好啊，嗰個位真係好
It is your moment certainly, but I'm going to talk to someone who I think many consider maybe the rock, maybe the glue to this team. You've been beside Hal.
上年都係，上屆 ALGS V1 都係佢哋嘅，上屆。
It just feels amazing. I mean, it's been 3 years since we did it, and it's about time, honestly. We put in so much work with Raven. He helped us out so much. We swapped up so many different things.
你諗下喎 ，Even 其實上年先至拍 TSM 啫，但係已經可以某程度上佢有時 carry 添。其實佢第2年打普批比賽㗎咋 ，APEX 佢上年先正式第1年啊，大佬，第2年咋佢，勁到咩事啊呢條友？但係佢真係好勤力，佢真係好勤力，我真係我都知佢真係好勤力。佢之前有喺 Twitch 度直播分享，佢真係好勤力，我黐孖筋。俾你，真係 work hard 啊佢 Even， 真係不得了。其實佢上年已經打得唔差㗎啦，講真，即係但係今年真係好好，真係好好。佢嗰個技術成長真係好好，即係雖然 Valkyrie 已經 nerf 到咁咧，但係我有時喺 Twitch 度睇佢練啊，然之後佢嗰啲反應同轉向啊，喺世界邊緣，即係譬如 ACU 大家都知啦 ，ACU 喺世界邊緣就玩繩玩到出神入化啦。 係咪先？但係 even 用 Valkyrie 喺嗰棟樓度飛嚟飛去，都係出神入化玩到黐孖筋，真係係啊！其實佢都好勁啊！我想講教練都好勁啊！教練唔差得過 Even 㗎，教練本身都好勁啊！其實玩 APEX。係因為好多人之前咧，美國會成日覺得佢啲戰術唔好啊，貨俾 TSM。我有時都會覺得唔好嘅，真係。我有時都會覺得點解要咁樣啊？咁樣即係好似上年咁樣，點解要選擇長期都貼圈呢？唔早入圈呢？長期都貼圈喎。但係我覺得係真係值得嘅。至少我睇呢3場都打得好。
Thank you so much, Rain Day. Congratulations, TSM Raven. You mentioned it. Thank you so much for. 反而我比較失望嘅就係 Darcio、John Baden 佢哋 Hankies 佢哋唔係特別打得好啊。即係佢哋贏咗上屆 World Final 之後，線下賽。春季賽我都覺得唔係特別打好，有啲失望啊！反而我對 Darcio 近呢半年嘅比賽。
Ascend did have God spot. They were in there for a while. They had to get reset so many times. I think they actually possibly went into the zone at one point to get a respawn and then came back. Eventually, though, it was TSM that Valkolted in at the right time. That particular circle, extremely open. And I was saying it to Monsoon in the back room. It was like, you have to Valcol late into this circle, and TSM picked exactly the right moment and exactly the right spot in which to do that, and that's what set up that whole end game.
And timing was to perfection, and you mentioned it best, right? But it wasn't just that clutch Valkyrie. They had the work cut out for them. Fnatic, Luminosity, so many good teams made that road to the end game so tough, Glitter.
Yeah, and on top of that, I mean, on the bottom half of the zone, you've got SSG potentially poking at Ascend. Ascend trying to get in on that. There was a solo left from Dreamfire. And after all of that cleared out, you think that Ascend has the perfect opportunity to capitalize on what was happening with TSM above them and continue to push. Now, we talked about this leading into it. It almost felt like there was just the tiniest bit too much distance between the 2-1 split that Ascend had pushed in with, and that could ultimately have been the reason for their downfall.
It's really tough, but this is where things started to get dicey. TSM takes the top of Thunderwatch, and typically, when you look at this position, it wouldn't be the winning position, Genome. We talk about it, Ascend on the other side, they have so much success here.
It's not the winning position, but it's the prelude to it. As you said, they had to clear it out, otherwise there is no way they were going to get a Valkolt off without getting contested. Once they had that in the bag, you saw there were a lot of teams. And I mean, look, there was at some point there was about 10 or 12 teams just in Thunderwatch. So battling your way out of that is almost like a mini battle royale in itself to get to that final circle. And here we see it. This is where TSM managed to clean up.
And this is where we were talking about the potential issue. Right there. Look how much farther.
啱咗啊！黐線，真係好睇到咩事啊！即係你至少打翻你班人應該要有嘅水平啊！根本就係應該要打到咁，根本就有能力剪過晒啲人。本身根本就有能力剪過。其實 NRG 仲高分，但係好慘啊！真係你攞唔到 match point， 即係你淨係攞到 match point， 但係你攞唔到嗰個。
Let's go ahead and take a look at our series results. TSM 79 points, but that doesn't matter, right? Because you needed the win. But
所以呢個設計係好熱血㗎，真係。幾時買？ 我成日都買，我成日都睇啊 TSM 啲嘢，因為我想講嗱，我想認真嘅，因為我真係買過啊嘛。我想講 TSM 嗰件 T 咧 ，T 恤其實啲料真係好好啊，我想講超舒服。我喺香港都揾唔到咁舒服嘅 T 咯，我認真。咁當然都貴嘅，偏貴嘅，但係你話有一兩件咁，我覺得 OK 嘅。即係我會，因為我已經買過啊嘛，着過，所以我知真係靚料，認真。就算我乾洗都唔縮水。你知啲 T 㗎啦，一乾洗好易縮水㗎嘛。係啊，但係我想講衞衣好多都冇晒 size，因為佢本身係冬季嘅，即係上年10月出嘅。其實好多都冇晒，我估佢咁樣贏完冠軍啊，可能成個網購啲嘢都俾人買晒。我唔知真係。果然係我至愛嘅隊伍啊 ！TSM 由 LOL 開始。
Soaking it up, my friend. Obviously, the reaction was incredible. How does it feel, just personally, you and your personal journey to get here? Tell us a little bit about what's going on in your mind.
Honestly, I think ever since like the meta changed to Seer and Horizon, I was mechanically like lacking in my opinion. So I decided to switch a controller, and it's the first LAN I played on controller, and I got MVP, won the LAN. So I feel like I took a big risk playing controller and swapping to something that I haven't played in for a while, and it all paid off. So,
Hal, I'm going to be honest. You have gone through a journey of putting yourself a peg below her, right? Kind of saying, I'm going to go off M&K and I'm going to do it on controller. And you had to learn. And you had to kind of get laughed at a little and say, is he really...
不過 Hell 真係黐線，即係本身佢都係玩 controller， 然後 開始進入 APEX 世界嘅時候就變咗玩 keyboard mouse， 然之後再轉翻玩 controller。我趁佢訪問嘅之前，我哋去下個 store 睇。我都冇睇幾個月啊。
I felt like I was kind of bombarded with too much as a player, and I needed help outside the game. So I decided to look around, and we eventually got Raven. And I've said it on stream before. I think this is the biggest pickup ever. Like it's kind of like Mac and Jordan in the beginning. Those types of players. Like Evan is same with Evan. Evan Raven. Like this team is a dynasty, just like in the beginning of the game. This is the start of another dynasty for sure. So.
I think the question. That's right. You can see right down there how some of your best moments of the tournament. As you react to this,
啱 Game 6呢個位咁樣輸，其實都有啲 sad 真。
that you could get the job done, even though you had to make some adjustments. My big question here, though, is looking at the support not only that Evan's gotten, we've talked about, but your fans. They travel. They're here in Europe. It's not North America. This is Europe, and you still have the most fans in the building right now.
但係我又唔想買呢件啊！我想講好 Q 勁，我想講好 Q 勁。頭先如果大家有興趣睇係啦。如果大家有興趣睇鐵拳啊、街霸嘅話咧，我想講佢好 Q 勁，因為我都係打拳王出身，即係如果你話打機，我都玩過比賽㗎，以前拳王。
Took a step back and said, no, Zero is the best IGL because he's won back-to-back. You just won right here. Are you going to tell the fans, everyone watching at home, who's the best IGL? Who is it, Hal?
It's me. It's me.
Okay.
I think that'll do it. Tiff, that's your Monster MVP. TSM, Imperial Hal.
I mean, you heard it here first. You cannot call yourself the best IGL in the world until you are hoisting that trophy. And not only did he hoist one, he got the MVP as well. Some really solid words coming out of that. But I most importantly heard the dynasty, the ability to step back.
我之前咪買咗呢件咯，真係你諗下喎，一件咁嘅普通嘅 T 講緊係200幾蚊啊！但係真係靚料咯，認真。我可以買埋白色啊，所以唔知有冇 size 咧，睇下先。 有啊，你可以買到3X 啊，3X 啊，我覺得可以。
Years after winning those previous lands.
好似之前我係買 XL。
Still at the top because he just wants it so much.
Not only that, but he's obviously willing to work on any small
冇晒啦，黑色。
issue.
有嘅 S 咯，M 咯，着唔到，着唔落 M。
For the squad, that's so important because someone thinks that they're untouchable can never improve, and Hal's always looking to better himself.
好靚啊！我之前已經冬季已經想買，但我嫌佢有啲貴啫嘛，計埋運費，所以我先唔買。但係隻色咧，香港冇啊，呢啲色。 香港唔會有呢啲色啊，係嘛？
The CEO himself. Let's get one more time for TSM, the CEO Hal himself. I need to hear the crowd go crazy.
CEO.
It's electric. This crowd is amazing. You all are, I mean, I think the best fans in esports. I think we have the best personalities in esports. I think we have the best team in esports. I'm biased, obviously, if you couldn't tell, but I honestly think moments like this, seeing the journey that Hal and TSM have gone, it's hard to be on top for so long and not have people start coming at you. But then to seriously get put down, for people to say it's no longer your time, and to take that on as a champion and then go to work and do the work behind the scenes, do the work in front of everyone, and then to have a championship like this, a statement, to me, that is the most impressive thing in terms of an esports journey that I have almost ever seen.
Yeah, it's just been a really great time. We talked about the ALGS Split 1 playoffs this year being that road to full circle, right? The road to redemption. A lot of stories started back when APEX launched back in 2019. We just celebrated the 4-year birthday, but now we have to talk about what's to come. We have the future, right? Because things aren't over yet. We have a season reveal tomorrow, February 6th. So
我都唔記得咗差幾多咯，我求其撳嚟睇下先。
I know that I'm a Wraith main, and I want to see some cool changes. And once again, can we get a buff Pathfinder? That's what we really care about. His passive was the beacons, and everyone's got it.
I am excited for everything to come for the future of this entire, not just
the next season,
but the entirety of this esport. This is only the halfway point for this entire competitive season. You know how much action we have in store. These teams are going to be.
唔係佢，我記得佢好似唔知買到幾多係免運費嘅。
I mean, it's amazing that we're
我可能，其實我幾時買都係幾百蚊啫。衰啲講句，妖幾百蚊啫，幾時買都得嘅。 不過唔知買邊件啫。係 remove 咗。 唔係嘅，呢件我都想買嘅。但係我想講佢哋呢啲電競嗰啲衫咧，嗰啲料咧，有啲鉗嘅。但係你話純粹靚就靚嘅，都可以嘅。即係如果你諗下500蚊咁樣，如果我買衞衣唔抵啲咩？500蚊。啱啱先，都係580版同價錢。
Pleasure to work alongside you here on the desk as analysts. But let me just tell you, we got some more thanks going out. Onset, Gaskin, Vicky, Fallout, calling all the action throughout this match point series. It has been an absolute joy. Thank you so much.
不過今次再睇其他隊，其實大家都真係進步咗好多。
These players are doing everything that they can to bring you guys the most action. Shout out to EA, Respawn, everyone behind the play, APEX team. But guys, this isn't over yet. We will see you in Split 2.
Woo! 都係英國。
This is when you need to turn up. It's all on Big E here for TSM fans to try and survive, but it's Gambare onto Sun.
Juzna is out. The guard says we're back for game 2. Making a third Hockeys. The IGL Alliance, the champions.
I have the high ground now. Singularity says Elysium punching him into the circle.
唔係，我覺得真係冇得講啊！轉快啊，都冇夾過，唉，算啦。我估如果佢哋真係肯夾咧，我覺得至少唔會差到咁咯。 即係可能你諗下佢哋好似入到嚟 final 呢度好似得嗰幾分啊，20幾分啊，10幾20分嘅喎。即係你慣唔低啲歐洲隊，你諗下連 Fnatic 都搞唔掂啊！佢哋有機會。Yeah，TSM 其實 NRG 都勁，其實 Sweet 佢哋都勁，佢哋攞80幾分啊，大佬，就係贏唔到最尾。冇北美兩大龍頭啊！ Very nice， 但係真係so誇張，真係 so call 真係誇張嘅，真係臨尾個 timing 真係好好，入即係飛圈嗰個 timing 真係好好，黐線。復上前嘅白邊諗到係可以咁靚啊落得，天時地利人和嘅有少少，咁當然技術就唔使講啦。就係咁，睇下 Timmy 先。
I don't know.
I'll play like 2-3 hours.
嗰邊都係啱啱夜晚嘅1點。英國1點。12點、11點、10點、9點、8點、7點、6點、5點咯，即係準備食夜晚啦。佢哋嗰邊英國係啊，佢哋應該影完相開心完就可以食夜晚啦。Woo!
Hi, well, I'm gonna play a little bit of rank chat.
就係咁咯。好啦，買嘢啦，過2日啦，過2日我哋就喺 TSM。我應該會買呢件藍色。 好靚呢件藍色。買埋呢件咯。咁啊成1000蚊啊，千孖筋，貴到趴街佢啲嘢。其實某程度上真係唔會買好多，因為好 Q 貴佢哋啲嘢。 好啦，大概係咁啦，我哋就嚟到這裡啦。我哋呢個 Watch Party 啊，我哋呢個 ALGS Week 1嘅 Watch Party 就嚟到呢度先啦。我哋雖然我遲開啦，因為做完嘢翻嚟，咁都叫睇到最精彩嗰1-2場。 咁啊，開咗個半鐘，咁然後就我想講咩？可能我會買少嘢食，我唔知。可能我點零之後，我會再開打下 APEX 咁咯。係啊，而家就有少少肚餓，做完嘢翻，我食咗夜晚嘢，不過都有少少肚餓，所以應該收台。 咁就買少少嘢食，係啦。咁我就費事喺呢個 Watch Party 度打 APEX，咁我就直接 Watch 完就 Watch Party 完，我就直接 close 咗。咁我再開，即係一陣間再開，可能打 LOL 或者打 APEX 都未知。咁就晏少少凌晨場，大家未瞓嘅話就再見再傾啦。晏啲，我應該15分鐘後嘅啫。咁就。 再見大家，15分鐘後再見，係咁先。Watch Party finish， 恭喜 TSM。Let's go，peace，baby。